What is going on, YouTube? This is Jim back with another quick video taking a look at the first drop of Xbox Game Passes for August 2019. Note that Gamescom is coming up next week, and Microsoft has announced an Inside Xbox conference scheduled for Monday morning, at least here on the East Coast. Your time may vary slightly. And I suspect we will probably see a few more Xbox Game Passes games announced there as well. So that's why I say I think this is the first drop. Coming up this month, we have Ashes Cricket, Pandemic, Downwell, Jackbox Party Pack number 2, Space Hulk Tactics, and Slay the Spire. The theme this month, definitely board games or card games that have been converted into computer games. So as usual, we run through the Metacritic score here very briefly, let you guys know what you may or may not be getting yourselves into. I can tell you I am not a fan of Cricket. I don't watch it. A lot of us here in the United States don't watch it, don't play it, don't know anything about it. That said, there is a cricket game, and if you are interested, you can pick this one up. I will be passing on it personally, sitting at a 73 Metacritic score. Now, sports games are tricky because they really rely on name branding and they rely on good mechanics. I think a problem with releasing a game like that here in the good old USA, a lot of people don't know any famous cricket players, and a lot of us don't even know how the game is played. So I think it's going to be a tough sell for a lot of people. That said, if you're interested, you should check it out. Next up, we have Pandemic, which is a board game that I have played many, many times with my wife and friends. That is going to be making its way over to the console. Pandemic is a game in which you and a couple of your friends work together. It's a co-op board game, which is cool, to solve to cure this pandemic, which is spreading across the world. It's a card game where you essentially send researchers along different parts of the world to try to head off this disease from spreading. Think something along the lines of Risk, except in reverse. You're trying to stop the spread instead of taking over everything. It is a co-op game, as I mentioned, so it'll probably be a fun party type game. The nice thing about a board game that has been converted to a video game, no messy cleanup, and you don't have to remember all the rules because the game will do it for you, which is kind of nice. Up next, we have the Jackbox Party Pack number 2. And I like Jackbox. I couldn't tell you which version or versions I've played. I've been to many friends' parties or just impromptu gatherings where someone will bust out a Switch, or I'll be over at somebody's house and we'll all huddle around a computer screen or a console and we'll play some Jackbox. So I like it. It's simple. It's fun to play. Everybody understands the rules. It's a great party game. So I'm excited for this one. I'll definitely be picking this up. Sitting at a 71 Metacritic score. I don't know. These kind of games are hard to rate in the sense that they're a bunch of mini games. Some people like certain elements of them. Some people hate certain elements of them. So to say it's definitively good or bad in a situation like this, in a party game that's not meant to be any enriching story or any deep, enriching gameplay, I don't know. It's hard to say, right? Next up, we have Slay the Spire, which is sitting at an 89 Metacritic score. Now, I have played this game, and I can tell you it's a ton of fun. It's a combination card game and a roguelike deck builder game. And very, very high, almost god-tier Metacritic rating, sitting at an 89, which is incredible. And I'm looking forward to playing this one again. This will be coming for let me make sure I tell you correctly. This will be coming to the console. So I was hoping this would come to the computer. Maybe eventually we'll get a port at some point. It's already available right now on PS4 and Switch, so I guess it makes sense for them to round out the console trilogy. Up next, we have Space Hulk Tactics, which is yet another board game. So you're playing as either the Terminator Space Marines or the deadly alien gene stealers. I know nothing about Space Hulk Tactics other than what I see here. I'll probably pass on this one. I don't get too deep into these games. Maybe Pandemic I will, only because I have grounded myself in the rules in the real world. But a lot of these adaptation games that go from board games to video games are usually just kind of boring. And honestly, if I think I'm going to be getting into it, I'll just get the board game. It's just a different vibe. It's a different feeling, sitting around a table, looking your friends in the eye and, you know, sharing some drinks and stuff. So I'll probably pass on that. But if you're interested, good news, it's coming out to Game Pass. Lastly, we have Downwell, a game that I absolutely adore. I believe Downwell is coming to the PC. Yes, it is. An extremely simple game. I got this on PlayStation Plus. It's tons of fun, sitting at an 87 Metacritic score, which is it's from Devolver Digital. Basically, you're dropping down a well and you're picking up power-ups along the way to shoot enemies to see how far you can get down the well. Sounds very simple. It is. It's highly addictive. It's a definite one of those one more round type of games that I think you start playing and then you beat it and then you die and you try again and try again and try again, continuing to unlock different perks for your character, different styles, different graphic options. So I think that is a home run. All in all, I have to say I think this is a weaker drop for Game Pass. I mean, they can't keep up the momentum they were before, so that doesn't surprise me in that sense. However, you know, you're making a very big effort right now from Game Pass to be porting over so many card or board games over. It's kind of overwhelming. I'm sure there might have been a strategy behind this. I'm not entirely sure. And again, we do have Gamescom coming up Monday. We may see more games dropping, but I have to say this is one of the weaker months. Definitely better than what I saw from the Games with Gold, which I'm not even going to talk about because I thought that was just very goofy. But if you're a fan of Game Pass and you have the subscription like I do, you might find value in a couple of these games. I think Downwell and I think Pandemic are two of the better ones, at least Pandemic, the board game. And then I think Slay the Spire could be fun if you're in the mood for that. So with that, I'd like that to close out this video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.